On YouTube, DelandoBrad here, back with another video. Trying to come back, trying to be active in this thing. So right back here 1 week later from my last video. Pretty much today what I want to talk about was it's kind of the issue that's going on. A lot of people are asking questions. I know I get a couple people ask me, are you going to do make the Marines, the military, a career? And truth be told, right now I do not know if I'm going to make it a career. So far the military has been great, provide for my family, and you know, being a part of the Marine Corps is good, it's a good brotherhood, and it's been fun so far. I'm not sure if I'm going to make the military a career, which I may do, but also I do have the things I wanted to accomplish before I came in the military, get another degree, working on my master's degree, and trying to work on that. So I do have a few classes already put towards get my master's degree, and I'm planning to do that, finish my master's degree before my first 4 years is up. At that point, also looking into the officer side to see if I wanted to do that. So basically just keeping my options open and seeing what I actually want to do, whether that may be staying in on the enlisted side, or you know, going to the officer side of the Marine Corps, or whether that might just be getting my master's degree and applying it to the outside civilian world. But with that said, a lot of people ask me, you know, if I'm gonna stay in the military and retire, and got me to thinking about some of the things that's going on with the issue with the military retirement system. Our government making or having to make budget cuts because of the economy, difficult time our economy is going through, and of course, I mean, everybody, no one really is exempt to be asked to cut down on their budgets, and the military is no different. And so that's, at this point, that's what the administration basically asking the military to look for ways to cut down their budget. At this time, well, for a lot of people, if you don't know, the military has a pretty good retirement system plan in place, where if you would do 20 years, in the military, active duty, and you also can retire from reserves, but I'm speaking specifically active duty at this point. But where you can do 20 years in the military, 20 years in whichever branch of service, and then at that point you could in fact retire. If they came in at 18 years old, they started serving, they stayed in for 20 years, and they retired, so they come in at 18. So at 30 years old, they can actually retire from the military, because that would be their 20 years, for example. So basically, as an example, at 38, they did their 20 years in the service, or whatever branch of service, whether it be the Army, the Marines, the Air Force, or the Navy. From there, they actually would get a pension. Basically, they would continue to get paid for the rest of their lifetime. So they will get 50% of whatever their highest pay was for the last 3 years, and they would continue to get that a lifetime per month. A lot of military personnel would have that going, so they have their military pension, and then from there, obviously at 30 years old, technically you're retired from the military, but a lot of people still choose to work, so you're able to have your military pension coming in, then also you are able to go get another job somewhere else. So now you have the two incomes coming in, so you know it can make for a pretty decent living. So that was kind of a good incentive for a lot of military personnel. They work their 20 years. They work 20 years in the military. They have one pension, and they can actually start up another career and get paid as well. But now they're taking a look at that, and maybe that possibly could be not so. Right now, it's still in place for you to do that, but they're talking about taking that away, moving that pension plan over to what we have in the civilian world as the similar to the 401k. They would contribute a certain amount, and the military would match a certain amount. That's basically being decided on whether if they're looking to do that for the military. And I guess the issue with that would be, you know, a lot of people when people come into the military, they are thinking in the back of their mind, if I can just do 20 years, I can retire and get a pension. And so people who already been in, they're looking at that to whether if you're already in the military, would it be that they just say, now you have to go to a 401k system, or would they be grandfathered in? So they're talking about people who've already in the military, like as of right now, that they do decide to go to this system, that you will be grandfathered in. So pretty much the people who are in now, you, I guess, will be considered safe and still do the 20 years and retire. If you're thinking about coming into the military, that is something to think about, because you know, if you're not already in, they may at some point choose a cutoff date to where, say, if you didn't serve before this date, then you're going to go to the regular 401k system. A lot of people, they say, I'm going to do the military and I'm going to do 20 years. But truth be told, that's something that I think you can't really answer until you're actually in the military. But if you are thinking about that, you want to go into the military and you want to retire, you want to do 20 years plus, think about that in the back of your mind, that that is something that could be different. As before, it was in a kind of an incentive to join the military, do a career, you get a pension, and you can retire young and still do another career. But now it's going to be, they're talking about moving it to where it would just be like the 401k system, just like how it is in the civilian world, where pretty much you have to kind of create your own retirement now. A lot of city jobs or government jobs or whatever it may be are doing away with their pension plan just because the economy. That's the reality of what we're going through, and cuts have to be made, and they have to be made from somewhere, because if the money, there's nowhere for the money to come from, then what really can you do? That was something I wanted to let people know, that that's something that's that administration, the current administration, is looking into, as far as the military retirement system. Will it stay the same? Will they change it to a 401k type system? Or if they do change it, will the individuals who are already in the military, to keep faith with them, because that was a promise they made to the military if you're in, that you could retire in 20 years, would they grandfather those individuals in so that they can still have their retirement pension plan with the military, because they did sign up and swear in to serve under those conditions and under that type of contract. Something to be said. Other than that, that's all I have. I'm looking to keep doing a couple more videos. Inbox me for any ideas or anything you guys want to talk about. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it was informative for you. Hope it was helpful for people who are thinking about joining the military. So until then, DelandoBrad signing off. Until next time, see you guys. Peace. Going on YouTube, DelandoBrad here.